Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for clicking. It means a lot to you guys. Keep clicking. If you guys keep clicking, I'll keep making. And yeah, this merge episode was good. It was definitely a good episode. Now that I've had a few days to reflect on it, I think it's still good. Definitely not, maybe not as good as some other like legendary merge episodes because obviously, again, this is just me. I know you guys have doubts about this season, but I personally think this season has a chance to be like a top 10, top 5 season if things keep going right. And I think this season's merge episode was good. It set up future storylines. But what do you think, Bitter? I'll start Bitter. What do you think of the merge episode now? You've had a few days to think about it.
No, I've kind of forgot about it after I watched it, but
yeah,
it's definitely fine. It was enjoyable. Like I wasn't in like it wasn't like anything in 41 where I was not enjoying my time.
like okay, so what like can you give me like the best thing about it and the worst thing about it? So like best and worst.
Best thing is the dynamics of the 4-4-4v4 and like that playing out. We never had that before.
Okay.
Also, the outcomes was perfect with Lydia leaving, Jonathan staying, and Tori staying was good.
Exactly. Yep. And then worst part.
My worst part was redoing the hourglass twist.
Yeah.
Still throwing in slight, woke messaging, and that kind of stuff.
I'll throw the same question over to this guy. Worst thing and best thing for you.
I mean, yeah, I have to agree with the worst thing was hourglass twist. I don't think anyone likes that, honestly.
Yeah.
I hope they learn from these two seasons that does anyone actually like this twist? Please, if you like this twist, comment.
So Erica likes it.
Well, yeah, of course, Erica likes it.
I think that the biggest thing is like this new era. I could see it like catching on. It's just like they like need to figure out what from the new era is good and what from the new era is bad.
Just like fire making.
Right. I feel like for me, it's like when this new era or like this past new era, because I feel like Game Changers to Winners at War was like its own era. That's my personal opinion with like that whole fire making and changing the final tribal and all the crazy advantages. I feel like that really kicked off with Game Changers because you had like those 2 swaps and all that crazy stuff. And I feel like for me, that era started off kind of weak and it ended off. I mean, it didn't end off the craziest, but like 37, 38. Good seasons. 40, good season. Like 35, I think it personally is a pretty good season. I think to me, like that started weak and ended strong. And I feel like what they're gonna need to do is from here to whenever this new era ends and they get like a big, like probably I think 50 is maybe the end of this era. I feel like they need to take from these 2 seasons what people hated and take it out and then keep the things from this new era that are better. For example, in this new era, it seems like they're trying to focus more on like that survival and camp life thing, or at least for 42. I think that's good. Keep it. I think these crazy like game show twists like do or die. Honestly, I think for me the worst one is do or die because at least the hourglass is like it feels like Survivor, whereas in the do or die literally feels like a whole different show. So I think that the best thing that you can do if your production is coming out of this new era, trying to we're trying to to do a whole new era, drop the 4K, keep the one thing, but you need to keep some things and take away certain things. Underdog, same question. Best thing, worst thing from the merge episode.
Worst thing. I mean, I'd have to agree with the hourglass. Like, as I was watching it, I was like yelling at my TV, like, please don't let this be the same thing, please. But I knew it was gonna be. It just pissed me off. Also, up there with Jeff saying they changed 3 things, and one of them was Applebee's. Like, come on, bro.
I know, right?
What a burger! What a burger!
What a burger!
Yeah. Best thing was Jonathan staying, personally.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I feel like. Well, just in general, like, so you have Tori, Jonathan, Marianne, and Chanel, like the 4 people who were talked about, like maybe we should vote them off. And I feel like to me, the worst character out of them is easily, and on top of that, Lydia. And I feel like to me, on top of that, like the worst case scenario there is probably Jonathan going, just because there's so much focus on him right now, and it's great to have like focus on one person and have the game kind of run through one person, similar to like a Joe in Cambodia. I feel like that's always a good thing. And so I think him staying was good. I think Tori for her Angelina type like personality. And I feel like if Tori can make it far enough, then the game flips and she becomes a GOAT instead of just like a person to vote out. I think Chanel staying is good because it's just hilarious to watch her fail. And then I think who's left? It's Marianne. I think Marianne, obviously her personality. I mean, she has like what the third biggest edit. She needs
to go because of her.
She has the third biggest edit on this entire season. So I definitely think that the people who should have stayed. I will say though, people who are saying that Marianne has a winner's edit, I think that she's so obviously getting a fan favorite edit, but a flawed fan favorite edit. So similar to like I'm trying to think like the last flawed fan favorite.
Prettium was saying that he thinks Marianne's gonna win in his like
I've
heard
people saying
Doopy, so
maybe it's like last season where like people were like, oh, like I have an inkling that Tiffany's gonna win, but really it was just like the boot list.
Yeah,
like but then they were wrong anyway, so it's like just stupid. Like it, and this is just a very brief reminder. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but if you're caught at all putting any spoilers in the comments or on Discord, it's a permanent ban from the channel and Discord without warning. Just going into the post merge is becoming a lot more important that me specifically stays unspoiled, because if I'm spoiled, then there's a lot of issues that pop up. But yeah, I think that
it makes ranking a lot easier.
Yeah, right. Our rankings become a lot less fun. I think to me that the biggest thing with the season is as long as the season doesn't get too convoluted with the strategy. Like in this upcoming episode, I really hope that the game is still revolving around this 8 and that the 8 don't just like dissipate, because I feel like to me the biggest thing is like it's. Well, yeah, you're right. 7. I feel like to me the biggest thing is when you have this core group or like 2 core groups. It's funny because usually in past good seasons you had 2 core groups, heroes and villains. David and Goliath. I'm trying to think. Micronesia, you have the men and the women, but I feel like with this season it's different. Your core alliance is one. It's like a central group that the game is being played through. So if you can have flips off of that group instead of flips between 2 groups, I think it's like a new way to, or like a new formula for a good season in this quote unquote new era. So I like it. Are you guys good to go to the? God.
If they stay as a big group, won't they just basically be a
obviously they're not. Obviously they're not. There's no way that they vote 4 people off. Boom, boom, boom. It's not gonna happen.
They already did vote out one of their own.
Yeah, they didn't even stay together for one vote.
Yeah,
that's why I don't even see how it comes back together.
That's why I'm saying like I feel like in the past, good seasons had 2 sides and bad seasons had one central side that ruled the game. But I think in this new era, it actually may be the opposite, where when it's 2 sides in this new era, one side wins off and then they just pug on the other side. Whereas, and I feel like the best seasons may start to be the seasons where it's one big alliance that just keeps flipping on itself instead of 2 alliances that flip between each other. But I don't know. It's I think it's almost too early to say just because this new era is so new. So we'll see. Are you guys ready to get the power rankings? Are we good?
Yeah.
All right. So I have at 11. I have Chanel. I think we're going to see a lot of Chanel and in these bottom spots, or at least in these second to bottom spots for sure. I think Chanel is someone who. I mean, it's so obvious. Like she walks into a conversation, everybody goes spear fishing, which is really code word for we don't want to talk to you, Chanel.
Bro, they just want food. Like they're on Survivor, bro. They just need food. Come on.
Exactly. Obviously. Then the second one happens. They're actually trying to fake a conversation, but it's so painful that they just do it again, even though it was probably edited like out of sequence, but still, like it's still bad. It's still bad stuff. And then she goes to Lydia, the person who is going to end up being the boot, who is still telling her that she doesn't trust Chanel and that she is basically just trying to give Chanel a BS answer. I now credit to Chanel. I feel like more than the person who's next on my list, which I'll come out and say it's Tori at 10 is next on my list. I feel like credit to Chanel for at least knowing she's on the bottom. I feel like someone like Tori, although she may know she's like close to the bottom, I do not think Tori knew how much she needed that immunity win.
I think she knew.
Yeah. I disagree. I feel like Chanel to me is someone who, after her combo with Lydia, she's like, I feel isolated, like socially and strategically, and I feel like to me that's better. We never got that confessional from Tori saying I'm absolutely lost in the game right now. I mean, her only ally, Tori being her only ally, is maybe Marianne, because we did see them walk and talk. But if Marianne's your only ally,
well, you might not have gotten much from Tori because she was safe, so there's no reason to show.
Right. I mean, I can only go off of the edited TV show, obviously, so
Yeah.
it is tough. But going off what we saw in this past episode, I think Chanel got dumped on more than Tori did. But we'll see. So my
no, I agree.
11
She
is
got
Chanel.
dumped on more. Yeah.
Right, and I feel like that
Whoa.
just, and I just feel like in the end, I think Chanel's in a worse spot. Chanel at 11 and Tori at 10 for me. What's your 11, Sky?
My 11 is also Chanel. I mean,
Yeah.
just going off like what happened is like no one wants to work with her. She got the original plan, which she voted for Jonathan, but she just never got told the other plan of either voting off Lydia or voting off Marianne. She didn't get told any other plan, so she's on the outs. She's really on the outs. No one wants to talk to her. Everyone wanted, yeah, you're right. Everyone wanted to go spearfish. You know, when she walked up to him, she's like, I don't know. She's just so out of it. She's probably, I mean, I could see her getting a little bit further just because, like, no one wants to maybe actively target her. They'd rather have other people go out instead of her. But eventually, it's going to catch up to her. She's going to get voted out eventually. So, yeah, I have her at my bottom of my power rankings.
Underdog?
Yep, I have Chanel at 11 too. Like, no people that haven't met her are being told that she can't be trusted.
Right.
And like, she didn't tell Omar that he lost his vote, which is just idiotic. Like, he's gonna find out anyway, so we might as well just tell him. But now he's lost trust in her, and like everybody else is telling people that she can't be trusted. Like, she's never gonna have an ally in the game again. It's really bad.
I feel like, to me, her or Daniel, whoever got through that tribal, was gonna get this exact same treatment. You know, just, and I feel like it's similar, and that's actually why I have Tori and Chanel at my bottom two spots, is because when Hai and Drea are conversing, and Jonathan, they both immediately throw out Tori and Chanel as people who can't be trusted, and then they go tell their sub alliances, and now the entire cast who's on the merge beach says, okay, well, I just can't even talk to Chanel because apparently she's gonna go play both sides, this and that. When you have your own tribe telling the other tribes and the main alliance that you cannot be trusted, and you got targeted in the merge episode, and we're going to go home, if not for an hourglass twist, I feel like you definitely deserve to be in the bottom two spots. But we'll see. Bitter.
All right, I have Roxroy at 11. So I still see him as he's a GOAT. He had his whole story where that was his thing. It's like, oh, remember when Roxroy found himself a little bit on Exile Island?
I mean, he's not in like the top half of my list, but at bottom, I mean, Chanel and Tori are there, and you're okay. Interesting.
I'll get to my reasons why I don't have Chanel that low.
Okay.
When I get to her.
I already said Tori. You're number 10, Sky.
Oh yeah, right. My number 10. I got to go with Roxroy here as well.
Okay.
I mean, just if he does make it to the end, he's going to be a GOAT, so he's not winning. I just really don't see a way that like a road for Roxroy to go down. Honestly, at this point, he obviously missed out on 2 days worth of conversations. No matter like how good of your player are, that's still going to hurt you that he wasn't there for a couple of days. He has a couple people probably pissed off at him, mainly Tori, that probably want to see him gone. And even though he isn't one of the biggest targets, he could just eventually be in a position where like no one really wants to vote anyone else out, and like, oh, let's just vote at Roxroy. So yeah.
Underdog.
My number 10 is also Roxroy. I mean, dude voted for someone who isn't even in the game. Like, who even is Linza? Who is that?
Number 2 in your power rankings? Like,
He was trying to vote Eliza. That's what he was trying to do.
Right, yeah.
It's like
yeah.
Lizzie or like something like that. I don't know.
It was Lynze.
Lindsay.
Yeah, like, bruh, have you ever met someone named Linza before? Like, come on, dog. Get your
I
head
mean,
in
have you ever
the
met someone named Roxroy before?
Yeah, but that's easy to spell, just like
Oh.
Lindsay. Like, nobody's gonna misspell Roxroy as like Rauxry.
My favorite is when someone asks someone how to spell their name on Survivor.
Yeah, it's like
It's like, what?
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Roxroy. That shelter was amazing that he built on Exile.
it's
I
impressive.
want to be able to build a shelter that good.
That is impressive.
That is
I also
bitter.
like that. I'm tired of everyone crying on Exile. I'm happy when people like thrive,
Right.
and, like enjoy
right.
it. like
Yeah.
I mean, like the
coach.
first person to ever go in exile was Janu, and she thrived. I mean, she loved it. She said
She
she
didn't
wanted to go
like being
back.
on the regular game because everyone
Yeah,
made fun of her.
she was happy to go to Exile Island. So I mean, I think it's interesting for sure.
Those usually make for the best moments. Like no one's ever
Right.
like, remember when that person was sad on Exile? No
Remember
one
when
says-
crying
Erica
and sobbing.
cried on Exile? That was so powerful.
No,
Yeah,
So
it's like,
eloquently spoken.
yeah, exactly.
but I remember when
right.
when Sugar got a bunch of food and stuff. And
Yeah,
at the
because they
Sugar
just
Shack
kept
and
sending her
all
back to Exile
Right.
Island again
That
and
was
again
all
and
cool.
again.
Sugar Shack.
that.
Number
So
10.
for 10, I have Jonathan.
Bruh.
It sucks
Okay.
I had to put him there, but
No,
there's no way he makes it the final 3. He just doesn't. They're gonna
you
take the
just
shot
I
at
agree with that.
someone.
You just
I
understand
agree with that.
mindset,
I just
the
think his
grind
edit
set.
is a little bit too hefty for him to go like right now. Like,
Oh,
'cause,
yeah,
I mean,
I'm not saying he's going right now. I'm just
I
saying.
mean, number 10 means right now. I mean, it's
No,
not
no,
Yeah,
number
number 10 means like he's the secondary target to go this week or
the
something.
number 10
Right,
on
yeah.
my list means he's not gonna win it all.
Are you ranking putting goats at the bottom?
Yeah, I've been doing that the whole time I've been doing it.
Jonathan isn't the goat. He is
I
the
had
goat.
Lydia at my bottom.
Jonathan
isn't
last
a
week,
goat,
and
he's
she
the
just
goat.
went.
Yeah,
I
he's
try
the
and put
goat.
my goats who aren't in danger in the middle, and the people who are actually going to get voted out of
Well,
the game. at the bottom.
Jonathan is not a goat. and
Right,
he's-
exactly.
You're right. He's the goat.
And he is
Exactly.
very endangered. I had 2
Correct.
goats. I had Lydia and Roxroy. I just lost one. So now I have Roxroy was the bottom,
Okay.
and then Jonathan
Roxor is
was
the
next.
bottom.
Whoa.
Who's the top?
Not on my list. Not on my list. Maybe you have a new Lindsay number 1 over there. I don't know.
Hey, yo.
We'll have to see.
top.
Number 9 for me.
Yeah, I got you.
Number 9, I have Marianne. I think having Marianne, Tori, and Chanel at the bottom was a given for me. I immediately wrote those 3 down because they are the 3 offerings from each of the. I'll call them the ringleaders. When we have that, I mean, because like the Hydrea. I guess Lydia was kind of there too, but I'm not really going to count Lydia because she's gone. It was really Hydrea and Jonathan combo that created this mega 8. We have what is it? Drea pulls in Roxroy. We have High pulling in Lydia and Mike, which is really now just Mike, and Jonathan pulls in Omar and Lindsay. And then High says you can't trust Chanel, and he said it first, so Chanel's at last place. Then Dre says you can't trust Tori. She's at 10th place. And then Jonathan, although he didn't really want to offer it, he does say that Marianne was next to go. Now, Marianne is obviously in a better spot than Tori and Chanel. I still think that the fact that Marianne almost goes home last episode, literally, if it's not for Omar, just absolutely clutching up and just like Omar was like he saves both of his allies' lives because they were both trying to go after each other. I think Jonathan was like saying, "Let's go after Marianne," and Marianne was saying, "I'll do Jonathan if it means that I stay." So I feel like they both almost go home. I do think Marianne's in a worse spot because she was offered up, and because of the fact that Jonathan is in this onion alliance within this 8, the figureheads per se. I do think that Marianne, if Jonathan can wins immunity at a certain point, I think Marianne would be like your secondary boot if you wanted to go after the Taku tribe. But I don't know. It's interesting. I think definitely these 3 at the bottom of my list was always a given, as they were the 3 offerings from each tribe.
Yeah, it seems though that Omar will try to keep Marianne and be
He
willing
wants
to
keep
tip her
Johnny.
off about the idol to play the idol.
I mean, when you still have 4 Takus in the game, I think at a certain point you're gonna see Ika and Vati realize that the 4 Takus can't get down to 7 because then they're just gonna. I mean, it's just like
I don't know that Jonathan,
at a certain point.
It's kind of tired of Marianne at this point. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people are just going to be like, Marianne's too annoying. I can't deal with it.
I highly doubt that.
If I was in the pre-merge, I would have put my game online just to get rid of her because I'd rather
right.
be
But
voted out than have to live with her for
now
30
we're in the
days or
post-merge,
26
and
days.
someone being annoying is the perfect opportunity
the
to
opposite.
take it again. Yeah, it's the exact opposite now.
I don't care. That's how annoying she is.
But
That's a great
Omar's not
argument.
going to give up
I don't care.
her 2 advantages that he probably thinks are his very easily.
Right.
Yeah,
I think
you
he'd
could
be
just pull
more
a
willing
Shannon
to
and
let
ask for her
Jonathan-
advantages and then vote her out.
Well, I think Marianne's she's gonna be like, oh my god, I don't want to get rid of my idol because I like it and so be annoying about it.
Yeah,
And stuff like
I
that.
think
you
Omar
guys-
would cut Jonathan though.
You're in my
before he cuts Marianne.
workspace. Don't ask for my
No,
idol in my
I think
workspace.
I think I'm trying to think. It's tough because like if I'm Omar, going with Jonathan is also. I think Omar could beat Jonathan at the end. Like I
Cap a lot.
Think that. I seriously think that,
You
especially
think-
with
wait,
this jury.
Say that again. Say that again.
I think that Omar could beat Jonathan at the end,
Clown
and I
type
think
behavior,
that
bro.
Omar probably
Bro,
has a better
someone pull
shot
up the
beating-
clown picture.
That's
Only
Omar has a
Spencer has
better
the power
shot.
to do that.
Yes, sir. That's right. Only Omar. I think Omar probably has a better shot at beating Marianne, but I think if he needed to, he could go to the end with Jonathan, and it wouldn't be the dumbest thing ever. I still think that it's
I
better
agree.
for.
I think that could happen.
Yeah, and I feel like it's still better for him to go Marianne and use Jonathan as a shield until like 7 or 6. I think Jonathan probably goes before that. And so for that reason, I think Marianne is in a better spot. Although I feel like right now, Marianne is a bigger target than Jonathan because Jonathan is in that onion line. So that's why Marianne ends up at 9. Number 9, Sky?
My number 9 is also Marianne.
Thank you.
I just she's very annoying, and I feel like that could catch up with her. Just people are like, I don't want to be around you anymore. Get away from me. And then Jonathan's gonna be like, oh, if she stays any longer, I'm gonna do something.
Man's out here playing like Man's out here playing like Australian Outback Survivor right now.
Yeah.
No,
When's the last time someone's gotten voted out for being annoying?
For being
after
annoying.
Nah, bro.
She
is that annoying, bro.
The closest would be Abby Maria, but that's just because you can't trust her on a vote.
Okay,
well,
but like
she's not annoying. She's chaotic.
Yeah,
she's like the
she
chaos
is annoying.
cast type of thing.
She's annoying. She's
right. Yeah, she's both though.
Marianne might
She's
be
annoying
like
to
the most
some
annoying
people.
player ever. Like, I'm not even lying when I say she could be one of the most annoying players to ever played on Survivor. So.
Would you rather live with Marianne or Coach?
Coach?
Oh, Coach would be awesome.
Coach,
yeah, he's so entertaining.
Coach isn't annoying. Coach
and you could drag him to the end as a goat. It's easy.
Yeah, and Coach could tell me bedtime stories a night. You know, so.
Coach could tell me how he benches 300 pounds.
Yeah, stuff like that.
South Pacific shows that everyone wants to be with Coach.
Right, because
like you want to hang out with Coach.
Right, he's a fun guy, and on top of that, he's a great like target to like or a figurehead for your alliance that you can use to prop in front of you, and then on top of that, he's a goat because he can't do tribal council, or he can't do. Right, but I mean, he proved to be a goat at the end because he can't own his own game.
Yeah, because he can't own his game. But I'm just saying, like,
I wouldn't say it was
control the game.
A goat though, because he got votes.
When I say go, I use the term obviously more lightly than someone like Albert in that same season. And he's a full-on goat.
Big smarty pantses like Cochran voted for him, while little dummy dumbs like Ozzy voted for what even is her name? Yeah, Sophie. Forgot her name.
What even is her name? Man,
Big dog.
Okay, let's go number 9.
My number 9 is Tori. Everyone's saying she's kind of like Angelina. I actually have a different comparison. I feel like she's like George from Australian Survivor. Because like Angelina was never in danger of going home. George was always in danger of going home, and he still made it to the final 2. I kind of feel like Tori's on that same trajectory.
Survivor too?
I watched like the first 6 episodes of season 6, but I was like, all right, I already know George is making it to the final 2.
Yeah, so, it's very easy to read that in Australia.
Yeah. But like I feel like Tori can do the same thing. Like she's winning immunity. She's not terrible at challenges, obviously. She survived the first 2 votes when she was like the secondary target. I feel like she could just like keep slipping by. But I don't see her winning.
It's constantly slipping by.
I don't see her winning.
I definitely think that Tori could get to the end, especially because she's getting edited just like Angelina. I feel like she could get that Angelina placement, but then again, maybe they're trying to trick us with that. I don't know. I feel like when they strike gold, they always try and like recreate that, and I feel like to me, what they're trying to do is recreate the Angelina hype / craziness, and I feel like to do that, you have to have someone who makes it far. So
they have flipped some of the storytelling on its head though, like with Roxy. That guy usually goes like first boot, and he survived.
Right. I mean, again, it's the whole like new era thing. Like someone like Allie Elliott and from 35 always makes the merge because she got like emotional content. She got the fact she's a good player. We only got her perspective on that tribe during the pre-merge basically, and then she goes last boot. It makes no sense.
It's a new era, guys.
Right. Again, like when new eras come, I feel like the archetypes get kind of switched around as far as their placements, but we'll see. Okay. Number 9, Bitter.
Lindsay. She's the closest to another goat.
You burger.
Did you see this episode? When she attempted to like do strategy in the game, everyone was like, okay, thanks, Lindsay. And then immediately nothing she tried to do worked.
I will say she got a lot of content. Like for her. I mean, obviously she's got nothing.
But her content was trying to do something and having no impact.
Right. I mean, she's gotten more. Wait, is it Jonathan who has less confessionals than her? Isn't Jonathan?
Let me look it up.
It's like it's either her in last place and Jonathan in
Survivor.
second to last place, or her in second to last place and Jonathan in last place.
Let's see.
For confessionals.
That's crazy. That
Whatever,
Jonathan.
that's one's from March.
Well,
21st.
it's because
All right, let's see.
everybody talks about Jonathan, so you don't really need to give Jonathan confessionals.
Okay, so Jonathan has 14 confessionals.
Yep,
He's like in
and
the
she has
middle of the
10.
pack.
And
Yeah,
no.
Lindsay has 10.
He's second to last in the entire cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mike has 23. Let's go. Mike with the most,
Chad Mike.
Dude, on this confessional account, dude, it says their race is like one of like the
Can you send it to the Discord? I'll share it to the thing.
Bro, what the whoever made this confessional stat is a burger because they're including race as like a statistic in the
Well, it's probably the
confessional.
Survivor
What?
diversity.
Let me guess. It's the Survivor Wiki.
No, it's someone named Rob's fact checker. I don't know.
Oh, that
Rob
guy.
Sesternino. Yeah,
No.
I thought.
Have you heard
That's
of
what I
that account?
thought.
Yes, I know who that person is.
I don't
I know
listen to
that. I know of that Twitter account.
Ooh. All right, let me see.
Oh god.
I'm just
It's
saying they
like-
would add race to the
There you go.
things.
I just sent it.
I actually got it on my own.
No, I got it for you. I'm sorry.
No, I got no. I think
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like
definitely
Chad Mike
Chad
over here.
Abe. Yeah, exactly.
Actually,
That's what I'm
Chad.
saying, bro.
OD.
Mhm.
We have number 8 for me, right?
Yep.
Number 8 for me is Roxroy. We've kind of already talked about Roxroy, so I'm not going to touch on him a lot. I think he couldn't get this top 3 because I think he's in a good spot. He's in the majority alliance, and we got nothing about him in this past episode or in the next time on. So it's really hard to put him in these like, for me, like the bottom 3 spots are always people who are going home soon until we get to like finale night, and then those are the goats. But I don't know. To me, it's like I see Roxroy as someone who there's no way that people don't look at him as a GOAT. And I think if you take him out now, you're stupid. I think at this point, it's perfect. He's a perfect GOAT. Like, he has done nothing. He's annoying. He isn't going to flip on you. I mean, he's a perfect GOAT. I mean, he's a better GOAT than Tori, a better GOAT than, who else is the GOAT here? Oh, Lindsay. He's a better GOAT than probably even Lydia would have been. I don't know. To me, he's the biggest GOAT. And so I think he's the
best person for a GOAT. He doesn't have his own thoughts. He's willing to listen to whatever his alliance says.
Right.
And he's also not likable, so he's perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, what has he done this entire game? Like, what has he
hit the hourglass?
Ooh, big game changer.
Big
Like-
move right
like
there.
this-
No,
like
if he's in the final 3, they're going to use that as like, oh, remember when he hit the hourglass? That was Erica's big
remember
move
how that was
last season.
completely in his control and he totally did it himself, and there was nothing else contributing to that besides
Imagine.
They're
him. doing
going to
it.
use when
Well,
he
like,
has those
at least
highlights of what the
Erica,
players
like,
have done.
Like, did Erica? She did like a couple things after that, right? Like Roxy, I don't
She
think is
did
gonna
a split vote,
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, I don't think Roxy
and she
was
did the
gonna do
hourglass
anything.
thing. That's what she did.
Yeah, she did one move, guys. One move before that. Okay, Roxy is probably not gonna do any move.
So these are the
No, where's the race
confessional
counter,
counts
bro?
for thank God there's no race counter.
There's
here.
no race
for
statistic.
episode 6 and 7. It's interesting. So you have Jonathan. He got like minimal amounts of confessionals in the pre-merge. He only has and he only got 2. And no, he got 4 in the past episode.
Yeah, why did they
I don't
split
know.
up between 6 and 7? That's confusing. That's dumb.
Because this
Yeah,
episode
it
was
is
episode
stupid.
6 and 7. I think
It was
combined
technically
into
double
2
episode,
episodes.
But it's
even
not
though
though.
it wasn't.
That's,
I know,
that's
yeah,
capitalized,
but
bro.
they say it is though for some reason. I don't know why.
Stupid.
It's
I
kinda
don't know.
stupid
Whatever.
to me.
But
I don't know.
I think it's just the fact that like in the first 2 episodes he got 6 total. That's like good, I guess. That's pretty good. But then from 3 and 4, he got 1 confessional total between those 2 episodes, and I think it really hurt his game, or not hurt his game, but hurt his confessional count. It's interesting though. I mean, besides him, the only other person to get less confessionals is Lindsay, and Lindsay obviously. I mean, at this point,
Why are all the lower confessionals white people?
hidden.
Well, no, Mike. Well, it's Mike. I don't know what Mike is.
It's so weird. And then the second, so hold on. So the bottom 4 people are Lindsay. Okay, that's fine. Then Jonathan, then Romeo, and then Drea. What?
Wait, why are they doing this to Drea? What the heck? This is not okay. This is
That
not
is-
okay.
That's not. That
Well,
is
okay.
really weird. Okay, all right. Let's get back to the rankings.
How does Jonathan only have 14? He had like a big episode. Like he had like at least 4 confessions.
I mean, he had 4
episode.
in this past episode,
Okay.
but he had 10 before that. So, all right. My number 8, I already said is Roxroy. Number 8, Sky.
No, it makes sense because Jonathan never went to tribal. Okay. Anyway, what number 8? Right.
Yeah.
I got Lindsay at number 8. So.
Bruh, you burger.
Bro, this kid's trying to defend a person that doesn't even exist.
Underdog was at Applebee's giving off his order.
Yeah. I don't know,
Dude,
dude.
if I get purpled when I go on the show, I'll walk down to CBS headquarters and give Jeff Probst a personal ass whooping because like how do you do all this like
Wait,
like think about it, you do all this work, it's so hard to get in the show, and then you get on and you get off the show and everyone's like, who even is that, like who?
Well, it's their fault for not being interested.
I know, but it just
start screaming the N-word and it might get a lot of confessionals.
Well, I mean, there's someone like, I'm trying to think someone who's just not like that good of a character, but was still getting confessionals. I mean, well,
Erica?
Lindsay isn't though. Like, yeah, like someone like, well, Erica won the game though. I'm trying to think someone like take like a is her name Kiara or Kara from David vs. Goliath?
Bro, how is that the exact person I was thinking of?
Because only one of the person
someone like that who is so not or even like I'm trying to think like an Allison from that season. Those like two have nothing that's fun about them, nothing interesting, and yet they still got like a normal edit on the show. Whereas in someone like Lindsay is getting absolutely nothing. So I think you don't necessarily have to be interesting to get content. I just think that sometimes the show just edits out somebody because they just don't like where they place and they don't want you to get connected to them for some reason. Again, it absolutely puzzles me how Heather gets 4th place
because she's
and gets nothing.
She doesn't say anything.
I just disagree because I just gave you an example of someone who was also not interesting.
It wasn't like an alliance. Like Heather was just kind of floating.
It's a mixture of entertainment, also where you connect with the story that they're trying to tell.
Yeah, like honestly,
if everything you're saying doesn't connect up with their editing of the story that they're editing,
I think it's
put it
more about the story than the placement or the entertainment value.
I think people make a way too big deal about purpling. I honestly do not care if someone gets purple if they're not going to contribute to the storyline, to the enjoyment of the television experience.
But the point that we're making is that it's not about that. It's about the fact that they just didn't get involved in the story enough. Which is like,
well, Bozo, like get involved in the story. Then, like, I don't know, like what, then, like say something interesting.
Bozo.
Well, if you're not part of the like main alliance, if you're not contributing to the game, if you're not
and censorship, awesome. Okay, so
I mean, there's a lot of characters. I'm like, that makes sense.
I was speaking facts.
They didn't get much airtime.
I'm speaking facts.
I just wanted to pull a Twitter right there.
Burger alert.
We can go to Underdog.
Bro probably puts mayonnaise.
All right, what are we at? 8? Were we at 8?
Yeah.
All right, Marianne's at 8.
Okay.
Can she just like shut up, please?
That's what I'm saying.
Guys,
like, bro, Jonathan was telling him to turn over the pieces, and she was like, "No, we have time. I'll do it my way." Shut up, bro.
Yeah, and
so
then
annoying.
Jonathan was trying to help. Like,
he carries them to the end, and then she's like, "I'm gonna do it my way." It's like, bro, like, what
oh, didn't she say something weird? Like who said something?
Yeah, there was another thing. I don't remember what it was.
Was it during the challenge?
I was like, take your time. And she's like, oh, thanks for that. Thanks for.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
She's like, thanks for that. I was like, they're just like,
thanks for that very helpful comment.
I think it was High said something.
Yeah.
Oh god.
If I would
have you never been part of a sports team where people just say like random stuff to encourage you? Like, bro.
I just think that like High didn't hear it because if High heard that, I think he would have snapped back with something.
No, if she told that to me, I would not let her talk to me. Like we would have fought after.
I don't think you would have did that.
I would have pushed her off that
freaking
like stand thing.
Yeah. Slap
just picked her up and like throw her over.
Imagine you're on the team with Marianne. She's doing her challenge. You just go and bitch slap Marianne.
Yeah, I'd do that. Pull Will Smith.
you guys lose the challenge. Well, I mean, I guess in this case, losing wouldn't have been that bad of a thing, I guess.
I mean, there's 2 puzzle makers. You can afford to lose one with the big lead.
Yeah, just bitch slap one of your puzzle makers.
I wouldn't bitch slap. Yeah, you're at that height. You just pick her up and chuck.
You just throw her off the side.
Yeah, just like you ever see the meme of like Mufiki, like Rafiki, like just throws Simba off the rock, like that.
Yeah.
You sheet him off the rock.
Something like that. Number 8, is it bitter? Yeah.
Is it? Tori. I have Tori because I think everyone wants her out. They wanted her out this episode, but she
really doesn't have Chanel in his bottom 4. What a goon!
Actually, great
goon.
Okay, Lindsay number 1.
Actual goon. Yeah, you. I honestly, I think Lindsay number 1's worse because she has 10 confessionals right now. But
bro, shut up! Erica didn't even have 10 confessionals at the merge.
Right, but we were told by production that it's supposed to be a quote unquote one of the best seasons ever. But I
don't
take from
believe
that
production.
It's at least
Yeah, you really
gonna be
believe
good.
production, you bozo El ratio.
Well, it's not a public statement. It's a private source. So I feel like to me, I trust that more than them saying coming out.
Private
the best season
source.
ever.
Yeah, there's
You
nothing that can
trust something
happen.
Russell Hand said, bro. You burger.
Well, it was a thing that Russell heard from somebody else.
Right.
Hey guys, I heard from a source that there's it might be one
From
of the
his
best
connections
seasons ever.
in production, he's been on the season. He's one of the
Bro
legends
probably
of the
doesn't
show.
have Wi-Fi at his house. What are you talking about?
What?
I mean, I just don't trust anyone else's opinion. I just trust what I see for myself.
Yeah, I trust.
For all I know,
Right, I mean,
the person he heard
It's
this from has
not an
terrible
opinion though.
taste.
It's someone who knows
What a
how
Chad,
the
bro.
season
I
goes.
trust
He
my
could have a
opinions.
terrible taste in what's good.
Right, but you still I still take that into account, and I mean, so far I've been
I
right because
don't.
the season.
That's like a director of a movie saying my movie's good. It's like, oh, really?
Again, not the same thing. Not a public statement. A private source.
A private source to a guy who has a YouTube channel and a bunch of Survivor
Again,
following.
Do you really think Jeff Probst
That's
is like,
huge
damn,
promotion.
you know, we really need 3,000 views on Russell's channel, man. That's gigantic
Right.
for our
Who
public.
was like the face of the anti-Survivor over the last season? It was Russell. So why don't we placate him?
I would
by him
disagree.
convincing all the fans the season's good.
I would disagree. I feel like the people in production could care less. I think honestly, I think if you ask Jeff Probst like what the name Peridium means to him, I think he would generally not know who Peridium is, and that I think to me that's telling. I think
but his production would know, and they like
Jeff
also.
Probst knows who
really-
Rob is and Russell. He knows those guys have presence online.
Doesn't
Do you think
matter.
that if they don't know who Peridium is, they would know about
No.
the Russell Hand show?
Yeah, because
Come
they
on.
know
Come
who
on.
Russell is.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
they
know who
assumption
Russell
they don't know
is.
who Peridium is. Maybe they do. I don't know.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
bet they could care
I
less
guarantee,
about Watch
like, one
Mojo
of the
Peridium,
Yeah.
but they know who Russell
1v3,
is. They have
baby.
tabs on Russell because they could bring him back at any time. I'm sure they want to
Yeah.
know what he's getting up to. What if Russell's just dropping a bunch of N words? They're like, oh, maybe we should pay attention. And then,
1v3. 1v3. All right, my number
Who was
seven.
who was the three? You just said three.
Yeah, we're the three.
Jonathan.
You're the weirdo that doesn't agree with us.
My number 7 is Jonathan. I think that Jonathan is in a spot where he is great, in a great spot, like alliance wise. And on top of that, I think if he gets to the end, he beats almost anyone except for like maybe the power players right now, and Omar, Drea, and High. I think the issue with him is he's obviously getting targeted every single round, no matter what happens, and that's the biggest issue. Is that, like, there's nothing he can do about that except try and win challenges at this point. But honestly, maybe it's better for his game if he doesn't win challenges. It's tough. It's really a tough rope to navigate. I feel like the best thing you can do is just try and lay low while still having a strategical presence and not relying on Omar to do all of his bidding.
What are you gonna do when Jonathan's a 0 vote finalist?
Bro, that's literally
No,
cap a lot. There's
yeah,
no
there's no way.
chance. There's no
No matter what
shot.
happens,
These guys have
I'm
amazing
doing it
arguments.
my
You would also said the
left
same
vote
thing
in
last season
charity.
with Xander. You would have said the same exact thing.
No.
I would
Jonathan-
donate my left nut to charity if he was.
Well, yeah, I hope you have
Get
an extra.
prepared.
Two.
Make sure everyone don't vote for Jonathan. No, Jonathan could just say like, "I like hamburger and cheese" at the final tribal council, and he'd probably still get at least one vote.
I like hamburger and cheese. This kid, bro.
He'd at least get like one vote.
I feel like his own allies wouldn't vote for him at the end. I think,
Bro, you are
everybody
a
else-
burger. You are a.
You're a
I
hamburger
I kinda
with
see that, like,
onions.
Omar's kind of
I
like
think-
the Evie,
right.
Like she'll not vote.
You
for
are
him.
you are a impossible burger, bro. You're not
I
just a
think
burger.
that-
You're a vegan burger.
Oh,
with
I
kale.
think that to me, the other people on other tribes like Jonathan better than his own alliance does. And I think
Oh my
in a
gosh.
final vote, it's best if he gets to the end with his own Taku members.
like
Yeah, I
hamburger
could see
and
all
cheese.
Taku. Lindsay's like the Tiffany. She won't vote for him.
What do you
And-
mean?
Lindsay
like,
loves-
literally
bro,
loves Jonathan.
Marianne
day one-
hates.
did
Hold
you
on,
see
hold
this-
on.
I'm saying Tiffany and vote for Xander. That's what I'm saying.
Bitter.
Bro, Lindsay is not the same as Tiffany at all. Are you-
Hold on,
are
bitter.
you-
Hold on.
Yeah, Lindsay.
Omar's
looks
the
like a
Evie,
dragon.
and then
Okay.
Marianne is.
Censor. Okay. That's that feels so good. So I feel like, and then on
I'm
top
on
of that,
top now.
Marianne
There you go.
hates Jonathan, so she won't. And then on top of that, Omar
Lindsay loves
sees that Jonathan needs to be carried strategically, so he may not respect that because he seems to be kind of a game bot also. So I feel like his best shot is to get to the end with the Taku tribe, and that's a serious issue.
No,
because
listen,
the
no,
Taku tribe,
listen.
No,
because
he's
the
right.
Taku tribe will be taken apart at the merge. I feel like Twitter right now is awesome.
Bro,
Marianne-
you're acting like Daily Stan right now.
Okay, we're done.
Dude,
Oh my
all
God.
of
This is some
confessionals-
Daily Stan
all-
behavior, bro.
All of Lindsay's confessionals have been about how she likes Jonathan. All of her confessionals have been about how she likes Jonathan. The confessional she got this episode was
Yeah, but
because she
everyone
likes
was-
Jonathan.
I think you're
Tiffany will
focusing too
definitely
much
vote
on
for
that
Xander.
secret scene.
And
That's a
then
good argument.
Marianne's
That's a
the
very, very
Shan.
logical
she hates,
argument.
She hates.
Jonathan
So,
probably
number
likes cars
7
too,
for
so-
Sky. Number 7 for Sky.
It fits perfectly.
Exactly. Jonathan
Number
likes
7 for
cars
Sky.
too. So Tori.
I think Lindsay votes for Jonathan, but I think Marianne and Omar are
Exactly.
two locked.
We're saying he at least gets one vote. We're saying he gets one. That's the only. That's what we're arguing.
Oh, no,
I'll
I'm
let
not-
you have that hope. He gets one vote.
Oh, guys, if you thought that I was arguing, no, I'm just arguing that his best shot is against his own numbers.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it.
Yeah. My number 7 is Tori. Because
Really, really high.
I know I do think she's gonna get to the end. Okay. That's why I have her kind of high. But I don't think she's gonna win. I think I think you're right, and she's gonna get this Angelina edit where she gets to the end, it gets maybe no votes, or maybe new era she wins. Who knows? But
No, Tori
yeah.
could see a better win. I'll be upset.
yeah. I mean, but yeah, I do think she's in it for the long haul. I think her winning that immunity is gonna do good things for her because she probably gets
Yeah,
voted out
because she's
here.
still in the game.
Yeah, because she probably gets voted out here, but after winning that, a bunch of crazy stuff might happen since
Go.
the 8 broke apart. So
Definitely a
see what
go.
happens.
I feel like
The
especially
goat.
after her outburst. It's if I'm someone I'm trying to take. Well, maybe not Tori, just because she is so like not Ave Maria, but definitely like a chaos inducing person. But I think I'm definitely taking Roxroy if I can, and then from there it's about taking like one person who I think I can at least beat somewhat.
Tori.
I think the issue
Yeah.
with Tori is that she's not as appealing to take to the end because she
Definitely
is so
appealing.
chaotic. So
Yeah, but
I think the issue. God,
I think Tori gets there by accident, and you're just like, I should probably just take her, right? Because she's not going to win. Like, you'll get to final 5 with Tori, not because you brought Tori there, but at that point, you're like, I might as well go with Tori, and I'm bringing Roxroy with me. So there's your two
And
goats.
boom, instant win. Or maybe since it's a new area.
Maybe
you don't
I could
win.
see
Who
maybe
knows?
Drea doing that.
Yes,
I don't want to
please.
work
Yeah,
with Tori,
Drea, yeah,
but I have an okay relationship that I can get past final 5 with her to the end.
If Drea does that and she wins, then I'll be happy. So yeah, I hope that happens. Thank you.
No, Tori wins though. You're like, what?
No, you're not even a burger. You're a sandwich if you think that.
Tori's like, why would you vote for Dre? That's so Harry Potter of you. And then they'll vote for Tori.
After she says that in one sentence, everyone's like, okay, yeah, let's just vote Tori now. Bro, with that
yep.
actual sandwich, bro.
But bro's not even a
so-
sandwich. Bro's a whole panini.
Oh my god.
Let's go. Is it
Rosa pizza.
number 7? Number
How
7.
big's a panini to like a hoagie or?
Yeah, number 7. Who's number 7?
Yeah, I got number 7.
Okay.
I got Romeo. Dude's just
Oh.
annoying, bro. Like, dude was complaining that Jonathan is a man. Like, bruh.
Did you see
Like,
him like
That
the whole
just
part where
pissed
they're
me
scared
off.
of the big guys? It's like,
Yeah,
there's only one big
That's
guy.
just like,
Yeah,
that's
he's
just
the
like,
only big man.
that's just SDE, bro.
I am big man.
It's like, who else you
That's
you
just
scared
like
of Rock?
lack of self confidence.
Did you say
bro.
that's
like
SD? Like the
SDE?
quality?
You
I
said,
think SD, like HD
you said
SD. Like,
at 7 you had who? Underdog? I didn't hear.
Romeo.
You started Romeo. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And
And like we
later-
had that moment between Jonathan and Mike talking about how like people always judge them for being big guys, and they're like obviously the heroes there. And then you contrast that with Romeo, literally just like judging them because they're big guys. Like,
Right.
bruh,
True.
They always pick
clear
on the alpha
losers edit right
males.
there.
They're so
Yeah.
racist against alpha male. We need more alpha male representation on the show.
exactly.
Number 7 for bitter.
Oh,
You're
Marianne.
wrong. Okay.
She
Okay.
has 2 important powers with her. Omar is very much in charge of a lot of things. He said he wants to keep those powers. When you get in that kind of mindset, you kind of think of those advantages as yours. I don't see him sacrificing those very easily. So I think she stays for a while. Maybe she gets saved by playing her idol.
I hope she
Okay.
goes home with their idol in their pocket.
That would be great. That'd be funny.
Number 6, I have Lindsay. We've talked about Lindsay. She has no edit. That's it.
Perfect. Okay. Burger. Pizza.
Go ahead,
All right.
Sky.
Oh yeah. What 6? Huh?
Go ahead,
Right?
Sky.
Is it 6 though? Like the number?
Wait,
Yes.
did you say
Bro,
yours?
Okay,
Did you
bro,
say yours?
that's
six?
a bro.
Bro, you're a
Bro.
burger.
You're
a
bro.
burger.
You're an ice cream cone. Shut up. Okay. I got Romeo at number 6. because he's skinny and he's annoying, and I hope he doesn't.
I have
win.
Romeo next, actually, too. So.
Oh my god. Okay. Cool.
So you have Romeo at 5?
Yeah, I agree, but basically everything that Underdogs said. about
Yes,
Romeo.
I have Romeo at 5. He has Romeo at 6. What's your number 6?
Drea.
No.
I feel bad. I feel like she should be higher, but I can't justify her putting her above the people that I have higher.
Yeah,
And she
Lindsay's,
doesn't
like,
feel
so
like a
good.
number 6, but also like she feels
Strong
kind of
disagree.
game body in a way. I feel like I don't know.
She
I
definitely
mean,
is.
she did
Way
make like a
higher
good
up there.
connection with Mike, so I'll give her that. I don't know.
I strongly disagree. That's okay.
I think you're wrong. So
Yeah, I agree. Your number 6, Bitter?
That was great.
You're-
debate.
I think you're wrong. Yeah, I agree.
I think you're wrong. All right, next
All
number
right,
6.
moving on. All right, my 6 is Chanel, and the reason I have Chanel higher than you guys, is because I think she's gonna be such a obvious. No one likes Chanel, but someone else will get rid of her. I'm not
I
gonna get rid of
disagree.
her, and she'll keep
Disagree.
floating on.
I think
And
people actively are scared of her, just like they're
I don't think they're
actively
scared
scared
of
of
her.
Tori. I feel like the difference is that Tori, I feel like, could be seen as a goat, whereas in Chanel, I do not see as a goat.
No, I don't see
you
her as a
said.
goat.
Exactly, and I feel like to me that's the big difference between the two, is that they're both obvious targets. People actively are scared of them in the game because of Drea and High's dealings. I think the only difference is that Tori is seen as a goat, Chanel's not.
I could see us getting to finale night though, and she's still there, and everyone's like, "What?"
I could see it too. Yeah. Number 5, I have Romeo. I already said I have my Romeo at number 5. And number 5, what do you have, Scott?
Jonathan Young, more like
Hey.
Jonathan Old. I don't know. Goat.
Hey,
Jonathan
Capelot.
Hung.
Capelot.
Jonathan Hung.
What?
What? Jonathan Sexy.
What?
I really wish you
Yo.
didn't say that.
Anyway, even though like Jonathan is a big guy and they don't really get far in Survivor anymore, I could see Jonathan being like.
When have they ever gotten
The
far in
trend
Survivor?
I think that they're like
Colby.
just, like, oh my god!
He's not.
like,
He's not even that big.
season
now.
2.
I know.
Bro,
I know.
there's people saying Parvy 2.0, and then Tori gets the merge. All right,
I
so
thought you were
people are saying
Jonathan's story 2.0.
no, people are saying Jonathan is Colby 2.0. Like, bro, Romeo was out here saying, "Oh, I think Jonathan's going to win every single immunity challenge from here on out, like 8 straight immunity
Underdog
challenges." You really
probably
think
has
that?
like
Yes,
Jonathan
you really
and Lindsay.
I have Jonathan at 5 also. Spoiler alert.
To
Yes.
be
Okay,
fair,
okay,
Jonathan did
thanks.
say his strategy was to win all the challenges.
Yeah, but
that's-
that's literally impossible. The record is 5, and they're assuming
It's
he's gonna
not
win all the next
impossible.
8. They're like, if
Yes,
we don't
he
get him
will.
out, he's gonna win every single. Like, bro,
Yes.
shut up. Do you realize how stupid you sound?
No, bro, he is. He's that good. He's gonna win every single challenge.
Why wouldn't you
Actually, he
say
might
that
not.
though? If you were on
No,
Survivor, you would
okay.
point out the big guy.
Number
is really good at
5,
challenges.
Bitter.
Wait, no. Jonathan is gonna win the game, and when he wins the game, you're all gonna be like, oh my god,
Bitter. Number
sad.
5.
I don't know.
My 5 is Mike. This episode was. I
Ooh.
felt like really
I have Mike next as well. 4.
put him in contention for possible winner. It did a 180 on his edit. He looked
Who
very
called it? Who
positive
called it?
in terms of
Mhm.
all of his moves. He never got too cocky. He wasn't like, "Oh, things are going good for me." He was like, "Things are going good for me, but I got to still be careful," which is
Right.
always a good edit to get.
And it's
Who
the
called
things
it?
he talks to everybody. Like, I think he had 5. Like, and those are just the ones we saw where he has 5 good conversations. I mean, it's Omar, it's Jonathan, it's Marianne, it's Tori, it's
Drea.
it's with the Alliance of 8, it's with Drea. I mean, it's with literally every single person. With High, I mean, it's literally every single. And on top of that, now he can take the role of High's number 1 since Lydia's gone. I feel like he's really in a good spot here. I think the issue is, one, his edit was really negative in the pre-merge. I mean, they really shit on him. And then 2,
Mike,
I think,
you think Mike's
and
edit
then-
pre-merge was bad? Are you high, bro?
and then
It was
and
more
then-
Wait.
And
Do you mean
then-
like high as in like Goofy or like the person on the?
No, like Goofy. Like, is this man really that much of a clown that he thinks Mike's edit in the
and
pre-merge was
then
negative?
on top of that, I think the other obstacle is his demographic. I feel like that demographic just doesn't win Survivor right now, and I think that's
New
gonna be an
era.
issue.
New era.
Yeah.
We
Exactly.
really
Um,
debate these ideas we have.
Number 4, Sky.
Omir Zahir. He was able to get basically every single person from Lydia, even High, who was willing to go to
It's a little
Rocks
low.
for Lydia, and willing to go to Rocks for Lydia, and he also flipped Mike. I mean, I don't think that's as impressive. But Mike's like, I must stick with the Lions. I must go with the person that stuff like that. And he was able to flip both of them, and in a span of like what seemed like 20 minutes, even though it was probably like 5 hours. But he did really good on that. The fact
Probably
that,
like an hour, honestly.
and the fact that like I don't think people are gonna be like after this episode like, oh, we got to get rid of Omar after that. I don't think that's gonna happen. So, but I just have a couple people that I am just more confident in than him.
I think right now his edit's almost like it was almost perfect in that episode. Like we didn't get a lot. He's staying low, and he tells us he tells us that his plan was to just shut up and and not ruin his own game, but then he decided to kick it into gear, and he immediately did it. His edit was almost too good, and like I have him really high up, but like now thinking about it, it's almost like Rob God good. Like like his edit was perfect in that merch episode.
My only problem is that like I feel like, is he going to be too loyal to his alliance because all of that just to keep Marianne? I don't know.
He probably thinks he can beat his whole alliance, so he's
exactly. So
Chad.
I feel like he thinks and he's honestly probably right that he can beat his whole alliance, especially if he continues. Because think about it, he went to 5 people and convinced all of them. That's going to look awesome at the end. I think on top of that, I think he definitely beats Lindsay and Marianne. I think we can almost all agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and then at that point, it's just Jonathan. I think at that point, I could see I think Jonathan, if he gets to 4, he probably beats anybody in fire. So you can put like Omar or put like Lindsay against Jonathan, and maybe Lindsay could beat him. But I don't know. Even then, I feel like he probably still beats Jonathan. So it's definitely a interesting situation there.
I hope Omar puts himself in fire against Jonathan
and loses.
Yeah,
and then Jonathan goes down with Roxy.
I mean, I think it's stupid to put yourself in fire. I think it in that case, it's almost smart to just put like the person who you want out against Jonathan in fire because he's gonna win fire.
Yeah.
My number 4 was Mike. Yeah, that's it. 4, you, Sky.
Oh man, I already said 4 is Omar.
Okay, cool. 4, Underdog.
Hi.
Ooh,
you want to talk about it?
He lost his number 1 ally. That's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah.
He it's weird because like he was willing to go to rocks for her in the pre-merge, and now he's like, bro, he even voted for her. Like, bro, as a burger.
And so did Mike as well.
No backbone.
We'll talk about high next because I have high at 3. Bitter 3.
Now my 4. Yeah. My 4 is Romeo. This edit he got this episode was not really like a winner's edit. It was more of a side player edit.
Yeah.
So that's.
Plus, he also like it also showed that I feel like he's definitely an upcoming blindside because like it's showing him being way too aggressive at the wrong times.
He also had no control over how the votes went out.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, he voted for Marianne. He was out of the
I definitely feel like the people in that like voted correctly block of this past tribal, those are your people who had the best shot to win. I feel like if you didn't vote correctly in this past tribal, it's really tough to like look at you as a winner option.
Unless you're
at 3.
Tori.
Yeah, no, definitely not. At 3, I have high for the same reason the Underdog said. I think he honestly plays the game the best in this last episode.
He's too aggressive. I feel like people are gonna snuff that out eventually.
Well, I just think he literally creates the alliance in about 1 minute. Like it's very
the alliance really gets destroyed in like 1 minute.
He creates this whole alliance. He takes these 2 power players. On top of that, he mitigates the threat of the amulets on him by going to them and seemingly kind of taking the target off of his back there. He literally, he creates the alliance that the entire game is kind of like running through at this point. It's super impressive. The only issue is his ally goes out, and for that reason, he drops down to 3. If not, he's above my number 1. Number 3, Sky.
High as well. Everything you just said. He had a pretty good edit. But like he made this alliance, but like it crumbled in the same episode. So it's kind of like, And the fact that he was able to vote, the fact that he voted out the some person that he was willing to go to rocks for, kind of a goofball move, honestly, in my opinion. So yeah, but he is still a good player in my opinion. So yeah.
3, Underdog.
I got Mike. Bro is just an alpha male, bro. Like. He's just gonna win the season. I have faith, bro.
Doesn't have a number 1. He's gonna win the season.
No, that won't be. We always do that. It's like my number 2 will win, but wait till you hear my number.
My
1.
number 11 is gonna win the season. Chanel, bro. There's faith.
We all do that.
Bro, have faith.
Number 3.
We're like not even explaining these anymore. It's just like
we're just naming them.
Yeah.
Well, no, I remember. He's
I mean,
a goofball,
we
so
just
that's why he's
we
number
just.
3.
I mean, I just gave a full minute explanation for.
I just feel like Mike is not a target. Like he's
Definitely not
such a
Agreed,
low
agreed.
threat. But if he
I
gets
think
to the
the
end, I
only-
feel like he'll argue his
I
case.
feel like
He's
it's
gonna get
almost
good at
better
it.
for him if he didn't have his idol, because I feel like that's the only thing that's going to arise like a target out of him. I feel like at some point.
Yeah, but
players
like
Drea
Xander
and
made it to
I-
the final 5 and never had to play his idol.
Right,
because it's just
I
hot.
understand. Again, it's very different people in Xander and Mike, but
Yeah, one of them's
also
hot.
is-
Mike is so.
Number 3, Bitter.
I have Omar at 3.
Okay,
Everyone is loving what he did this episode. This is definitely seems like here's how good he is. Now watch his downfall really quick.
right.
This always
Agreed.
happens. Is a quick turnaround of how whoever's on top, whoever gets power, quickly he's out of power. This might be a little bit too early to use all of his. So when people start wondering why the vote went the way it did, and why is there still 4 Taku, and who was in control of all that, I don't think,
I think that's his biggest issue is that the Takus will get upended at some point, and I think if it's not Lindsay and Jonathan wins immunity, it's him. Well, no,
Yeah.
it's tough.
It should be Marianne, bro.
Because yeah, I was just gonna say it could be Marianne, but it's always tough though because if there's 4 people and John or Lindsay wins immunity, now it's a 1 1/3 chance of going home, and it is tough. I still think he probably survives the first Taku upending. It's the second one for me that's gonna be an issue.
No, he'll
and
have immunity.
that's why
Okay.
and despite that, at number 1, I have Omar. I think Omar for me is the person right now who's playing the game the best. I think although his edit is almost too good, the edit is good. It's a good edit, and so I think he definitely deserves to be there. I think number 2, Drea, just because she does have that blindside like equity, I feel like she's definitely going to get that blindside coming very, very, very quickly. It could happen now. It could happen later. It's just really tough to see him not
tomorrow. Who knows?
I have ad libs right now in the background. Let me just. There we go. It's really tough to see Drea not get blindsided at some point.
Yeah,
I
really
think that. Yeah, because she's such a gigantic threat that I almost feel like she's so aggressive too. She's so aggressive in her game. It's tough to see her not get blindsided. So Omar at 1, Drea at 2. God.
Bro really blocked me and I wasn't even saying anything. Like, come on, bro. I was literally silent. What are you talking? You're OD, bro.
Yeah, the only thing that's
chirp.
is my love for Drea. Anyway, number 2, I have Drea. She's gonna win. Even though she's at number 2.
This guy always does that. Dre is at 2. She's gonna win.
Okay, because number 1 is the Mike Turner at number 1. That is correct. Number 1 is Mike Turner. He's gonna hold up.
Man, were you guys all on Mike Turner's youth football team or something?
For real, hold up.
I think
There's
that
such
we
grace in the game of
called
soccer
it.
that it makes me cry,
I
bro.
think.
No.
Did I call Mike at 1 earlier in this podcast? I was like, imagine if Sky puts Mike at number 1 and then Sky.
I think you might have.
No, guys, no, you don't understand. Mike. Oh my God, Mike Turner is the best game player that this game has ever seen.
Oh, that's really sad state of affairs.
No. Hear me out. Like, okay, everyone likes Mike. I don't think anyone dislikes Mike, right?
The guy who lost his idol.
Yeah. Well, no one. What the heck, my lectures? No one dislikes Mike. Everyone likes Mike. Everyone loves Mike. In fact, everyone wants to be with Mike. Jonathan likes Mike. I think you're right though. Didn't he like talk to like everyone this episode? Like
Drea,
His biggest antagonist
Marianne,
could be Chanel though.
I don't know, bro.
Right, but I mean, everyone hates Chanel, and it's also scared of her. And
Mike's gonna win.
She's at 11 for most of her list. So. No, you gotta cut that out. I'm not trying to get copyrighted again on these podcasts because Sky wants to play some crazy. All right, Sky, this better be off when I get you back in.
It's not gonna be
Cars 2 is the best movie.
Hey, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong though.
That's the Cars 2 theme, which is also Mike Turner's theme song. So
yeah, that's all you need to know about Sky's rankings. He thinks Cars 2 is the best movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the best movie.
Been acting up
Tales
with these copyright claims. So I'd be really, really careful on my channel. So Sky is obviously going to get me banned off YouTube now. So no,
it's worth it for Cars 2.
definitely worth it. Underdog, 1 and 2. Lindsay number 1.
At number 2, I have Omer.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
He
built the wagon. He's not gonna unbuild
it. No, bro. Actually, a burger. Burger with cheese, fries, pickled lettuce.
All right, I will be the first to admit that last week I had Omer at 8. I just had a feeling he was going home, but bro got saved by the hourglass.
What? Oh my God!
And he made a great move, so I feel like I have to justifiably like put him at 2. But
Lindsay
yeah,
at one.
I have
done.
lines
And
at
what did
number
and what did
one.
Lindsay
Oh
do?
my
this
God.
week?
Lindsay got picked by the
Do you
group.
Five
actually
Guys,
have
double
Lindsay at number
cheese,
one?
triple cheese.
Oh,
She got picked by the group, and she
Over
was like the
Roxy.
least targeted person out of like the 5 people that were available to be targeted. She was the she was the one that didn't have
Get him
anyone
out
throw
of
her name out.
here. Boo, boo.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro,
I wouldn't
y'all are
target a
on
goat
crack.
either.
Y'all are on crack.
You're actually OD. What are you even
You're the one that's
saying,
on crack,
bro?
bro. You're saying
What
that
are you
a person
saying,
doesn't even
bro?
have a name is freaking
No,
number one.
you guys are on crack. Underdog's the one selling the crack.
Exactly. You guys got it.
No, not again.
Okay, gotta take him out now. Okay. Oh, there we go.
On
Awesome.
music
You
again. bro.
always kick
Kick
Underdog too.
Guy out by accident.
Oh.
Well, he started playing copyright. I
It
copyright
was the
is
Cars
terrible
2
now.
intro. And I doubt
Nah,
that
there's
Mungus
no-
trap theme is
There
copyrighted.
we go.
That's
Yeah.
not
No, trust
copyright,
me.
you burger.
Yeah, video game stuff
No.
doesn't get copyrighted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't.
Well, because
Okay.
it's on people do it all the time
Okay. Cool.
with video games.
Don't care. No,
Most video game stuff, not everything.
that's Underdog for putting Lindsay at number.
Bro, that's gonna be
How do
you
you put
guys.
Lindsay
in-
at number
that's gonna
one?
be you
You're
guys
like
at the
a burger.
May, bro.
Is
You're
that what
a
we're?
burger
Is that what you're doing? We're
fries,
waiting
bro.
for you, Underdog. Is you're putting on your clown makeup?
Bro, that's gonna be you guys in May
You're
when,
a
when
burger,
Lindsay wins
bro.
this,
You're
bro.
a burger. You're
Pretty sure the actual episode, the final
double
episode will be
cheese,
in
triple cheese.
June.
Yeah, it's actually June because it started late. Yeah,
How was meeting Antonio Brown at Clown College?
honestly, bro, like Antonio Clown type beat. Like, what you
Ooh, that rhymes. I like that.
Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, okay. Number 1 and 2. Bitter. Let me switch around. There we go.
Yeah, my
You
2
probably
is
have Drea too.
Drea. Yeah,
Oh, let's go.
I have her at 2, so that means she's
Wait,
gonna win.
so
That's why
Drea
she's
is
at 2.
definitely you're gonna get 2 in this in the underdog like math rankings because we all put her at 2.
Can
But
confirm
we all
that is
think she's
true.
gonna win because we don't want to put her number 1 because then we put her number 1 and she.
Wait,
to
underdog.
go
Did you
down.
also put her at number 2? Because me, Sky, and Bitter did.
Yeah, no, I put her at number 6.
Well, couldn't that make her number
wow.
1 if she's the
Jesus
best
Christ.
rated?
Well, no, because that means she'll get voted out. So you gotta think about this strategically, okay? You know, if she's at number 2 every single time, then her overall score will be like number 2 or number 3. She'll never be number 1, which is good. That means she won't get voted out because I had like a stretch of like 4 episodes where number 1 got voted out, and I'm very scared to put anyone I like. at
4
number 1
episodes?
right now. Yeah, I think so.
I mean, after
put Maria
Swati,
41?
after Swati won.
Yeah,
It was either
Swati-
4 or 3.
Just kidding. She's number 3, actually, cumulatively.
So you put Jenny and then Swati, but then you put Daniel at number 1.
No. It was who got voted out before? Wait, who got voted out before?
It was,
Oh, no, it was
Maria.
Mariah.
You
It was
put
2 episodes.
Mariah.
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah.
It was 2 episodes.
Did
I
you
was
put
gonna say
Mariah? Bro,
No,
you were actually.
I did not. I didn't.
I thought,
Burger
you,
with
I thought
cheese
you had
and
a pretty
fries,
you had a pretty high at one point.
No, I didn't. What are you talking about? I don't like
Oh,
No, you definitely had her at 1,
no,
right? It was the episode right before,
It
wasn't
was
it?
2 episodes. It was 2 episodes.
You had
You're actually a
Mario at
burger.
1.
These people are some hot dogs. They're hot dogs, bro.
Bro, you're actually a burger. Scott, wait, say it again.
Bro, this man ain't even a burger. He ain't even a sandwich. This man's a whole
No,
grilled
bro,
panini.
this is
I
Sky, bro.
didn't
This is
put her
actually
in-
Sky, bro.
bro,
This is
I
a burger.
didn't even
bro.
put her
No,
close to number 1. She was
Perfect
never
time to
even
pull
in
up an
the top
Applebee's
10.
burger, but you didn't pull up an Applebee's burger.
Actually, a burger.
She was
bro.
never
That's
even in
Sky.
the top
This whole
10,
page
bro.
is you, bro. This whole page is you, bro. Maria at number 1.
She was never. It was 2 episodes, and I thought it
I'm
was
joking.
3.
I'm joking. It's okay, buddy. Okay.
All right,
And then
hold on.
that's
My
it.
number 1
Oh yeah,
is
you're number 1.
is high.
Okay, that's fine.
His edit this episode really came off like he didn't need to be that much attention to put on him, but there was.
I
so-
disagree.
Which means
I
he's gonna
think
get
he was,
voted
like,
I feel like he's
he,
gonna
like, he-
survive this war of Drea.
I think all of his content
And-
was 100% necessary. He makes the entire alliance. He has all those convo. I think it's definitely necessary.
Well, no, it is.
I think it's necessary, but it also comes off like even though he got rid of his number 1 ally, it didn't come off negative.
Right. I agree.
Well, because
I
like they
agree with
never
that.
even gave him content for him wanting to vote out of his ally. He just said, "I don't want to do that." Then he does it. It's not like
Yeah, but that would make him
Yeah,
look.
you know,
that
no,
would
no,
look-
no,
oh, that would make it look like he
he's
lost
like-
if he said, "I didn't
he's
want to
like
get rid of
he's
her."
like he's like 100% no, and then he just does it like, and we get like no, and, you know,
burger type
and-
behavior.
no, he's like 100% no, and like relationships take precedent in this game.
Relationships.
It's like, bro,
Relationships, bro.
yes, they do.
Also, I guess.
I guess I don't know.
Well, he says that
Well, there could be
relationships take
a
precedent
benefit.
in the game, and then he blindsides his number 1 ally.
Losing your number 1 can be a benefit, though.
I don't
Now you
know.
look
Did
as
he
much
ever
as a
hug
threat, and you
Lindsay
sit in the
Lydia
back.
like he did Mike? Maybe Mike's
Well, it's
not-
hard to hug her. You gotta get your arms all the way around her.
Facts. Like you have to like try to like you have to hug her like just like by grabbing her around her entire body. You can't do that because your hands can't even fit halfway around her because of how humongous she is because she's obese.
They should bring Lydia back for
Bring
a
it
competition who can put their arms around her.
This is the
Wins.
part where
Whoever can put her, not even
This is the part
Jonathan.
where we
our-
get
our more
canceled in the
sensitive
comments.
viewers. This is the part where our more
Well, I thought
sensitive
this-
viewers go
I
down
thought
and
our-
comment. In the
I
comment
thought they
section.
loved this part of the show.
Yep.
Man, I
It's their
hate this
favorite part.
merch. With
I thought they all tune in for the weekly Lydia shaming.
It's gonna be like
Lydia
Survivor
shaming.
48, and we're still roasting Lydia for being fat.
Imagine.
Just like
I
we're
mean,
still roasting
It
Heather
takes
for
a
being
long
old.
time to roast something with a lot of meat.
Ooh, he's right.
That's pretty good one. I like that one. All right. Well, what's going on in the Skylander universe? What's going on over there?
Yesterday was my 2-year anniversary on YouTube, so happy birthday me! And I'll probably stream on Sunday, but this podcast will be uploaded. Well, actually, wait, when is this gonna upload it? I don't know.
Like 3 p.m.
Okay, I'll probably stream after that. So yeah, like once this episode
So
ends,
if you're watching this and you just finished, hop over to Sky's channel and go watch his stream because he's live right now.
Exactly.
Underdog. What's going on there in the Underdog universe?
Nothing.
Nothing. Bitter. What's going on in the
What
Bitter
baseball
universe?
universe?
I got nothing
Just
going on
kidding.
either.
I might
Well,
actually make a
nothing.
video sometime. I don't know.
A baseball
Alright,
video
so-
or a
Baseball?
A baseball video.
I guess if first of all, if you're not subscribed to all of us, come on guys, come on. And then on top of
Don't,
that,
don't
I guess
subscribe to
they'll-
me. I don't want any sensitive people subscribe to me.
I don't know. They made it all the way to the part where we started roasting Lydia.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think if you were on like Paridium's live stream, you wouldn't want those people going to subscribe to you. But it's a little bit different. As far as universes, definitely stay active in mine and Skies. Apparently, the Underdog and Bitters, just black holes after black holes. There's not much going on, but
Yo, why's it got to
you
be
know, and-
black?
Yeah, bro. Are you
Yo,
racist, bro?
yo.
Is that racially insensitive, bro?
it is
Are you,
100%
like, bruh?
the intent of me. Okay. And again, guys, none of this happens to you guys. We're trying to get, put all this content out for you guys. So, do us a favor. Click on it. Even if you don't like it, just click on it, click off. It's easy, and that's to talk to you guys in the next one.